In this video, we're back to working on the Fairmont, making some modifications as well as taking care of some much needed maintenance that the car needs. Once we take care of all that, we take the car out on a test drive, and of course I run the crap out of it until something breaks, because I never know when to quit. Leave down in the comments your best guess as to what went wrong, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. We're just leaving black marks everywhere we go. Alright, it has been a long time since I made a video, at least like a month or two, but first things first, I want to say happy 4th of July. 250 years ago, we took our boots and we shoved them straight up Britain's you know what. And now that that's out of the way, we're going to go ahead and tackle what we've got going on with our Fairmont. So the reason why I haven't posted a video about this thing in so long is, well, because I just got a little bit bored. And it sat for some time, at least a month or so, and now we have misfires and the car is acting funky. I changed the fuel pressure regulator, I added another fuel pump. I just wasn't sure what's going on, but now I think I might have a clue. And my idea is that our injectors are dirty, and the reason why is because we've had ethanol sitting in the car for a good month without it being driven properly. So the first order of business is going to be to get these injectors out and get them over in our injector machine. And then the second order of business, assuming that we fix the misfire, is our engine bay heat soaks horribly. And the reason for that is, well, there's not really any open spaces. It's all pretty boxed in, at least for a car from the 70s, it's pretty boxed in. So we're going to open up this engine bay a little bit, so hopefully we can get some more air flowing through it, and I've got a couple ideas on how to do that. One of those ideas is to cut a lot of stuff that we don't need to get this engine bay opened up a little bit more. We also may even drill some holes in the cowl up there. And last but not least, we might rice this thing out a little bit. I bought these a long time ago, actually, for the OBS, because it had the same issue except much worse. And we're going to go ahead and probably end up putting these on the Fairmont. Since I have them, they're free, and this thing's a piece of crap. I don't really care what it looks like. So if it looks a little bit ricey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think about them. This is what we're talking about. So I bought these hood louvers for my OBS years ago, and I was going to put them in, but I never did because the truck was really nice and I didn't want it to be ricey, but at the same time, you know, those are pretty purposeful, so I don't know how ricey it really would have been. Anyways, we're putting those on the Fairmont. So I went ahead and already marked out a spot on the hood to cut. We're going to go ahead and cut those spots out on both sides, and then we're going to add these hood louvers on so that hopefully we can get some of that hot air to come out of the engine bay. So let's go ahead and get these injectors out, get them cleaned, see if they're even dirty, and then we'll go ahead and start opening this engine bay up to hopefully help some heat get out of it. All right, so the reason why I'm making this short little video on the Fairmont is because I feel like I'm taking you guys for granted. So I do get, you know, 4,000 to 5,000 views per video, and it's not the most ever, but you know, it's more than your average guy gets just starting out. So you know, the fact that I get the views that I do and the interaction I do from you guys, I appreciate it so much. And I feel like when I'm not posting that I am taking it for granted. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent, but to be completely honest with you guys, I have just been bored. I've been bored with it. You know, we took it to the track. We went 990s. This thing doesn't have a cage in it. So it's a little bit sketchy, and I've got 5 kids. And I can't die driving a crap box, excuse my language, for fun and, you know, justify that to my kids, you know, somehow in the afterlife, I guess. So that's the reason why I've been bored with it, but I hate having cars sit around broke. And as soon as I realized that this thing was a little bit messed up, I was like, we got to get this thing back on the road and maybe even improve it a little bit by doing our engine bay mods. So that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And I'm dumping fuel everywhere, but we're going to go ahead and get all these injectors out and get them cleaned up. So I've got this cheap injector machine here, and right now I have these things soaking in the ultrasonic cleaner. I've got all 8 of them in there, 4 of them plugged in because it only does 4 at once. So we're going to get those going. We're going to put them in, reverse flow them, then we'll actually flow them, and then we got to do our other set, and we'll get them slapped back in the car. All right, so we've got our injectors in the injector machine, ultrasonic cleaning. We're going to go ahead and take care of some of this engine bay ordeal. We got all those cut, and now I started tracing these out a little bit better. That way we actually have a point to screw them to. So the injectors are still cleaning. We're going to go ahead and cut these out and get our louvers put in. All right, so because I can't help myself, I just got this thing cut out, and we don't need this anymore. And I've got our vent, or louver, whatever you want to call it, just sitting here, and it looks good. All my holes are lining up and everything. But now comes the decision, do I self-tapper the thing in, or do I pop rivet it in? And so I think I'm going to run some self-tappers through it, get the holes drilled. I'm going to try to pop rivet them on, but the first or second one that fails, I'll probably give up and just finish self-tappering it in. So let's get this thing drilled down in. She's ready to go road course racing, boys. We got all the louvers. Bam. Now that is professional. And I'm going to try to pop rivet these holes. All right. I'm not mad at that. Okay, so we got our hood louvers both on. You guys saw me do this one. I went ahead and did that one as well. Injectors are in. Let's get this thing fired up and see how she runs. Started, so that's a good sign. All right, I guess only thing left to do is take this thing out for a test drive and make sure it's not breaking up anymore. All right, so far so good. We're logging this thing, that way you know, we have some data to go off of. And we're gonna pull up here, do a couple pulls, and see how it goes. felt good, but I forgot to turn the boost controller on. Now we're ready to party. Yep, that's some horsepower right there. This thing is scary. We're just leaving black marks everywhere we go. It's looking ridiculous. This thing just stripes the road. All right, one last one. This car should not do that at all. At all. It should absolutely not do that. Well, we successfully fixed the Fairmont. Now what do we do with it? You guys tell me. What the hell do we do with this thing? It's a menace. I did lie. We're going to do one more pull, and then I will see you guys in the next video we make. Just broke something. It's smoking real bad.